I'm gonna put the wreath aside. Again, the peach plum, $16.50. While she still has them, I would grab them. I kind of want to grab another one because I use this wreath in my display when I do vendor events, and then I also want one for my door. So there we go. Okay, the other thing I'm going to be using today for this wreath is our farmhouse sign. I love this sign for a couple reasons. One, it's going to go great with the wreath. Two, it has these removable tiles. I sell the frame and the tile. What I love about the tiles, and this is why this wreath is going to work for every holiday, is you can do the front and you can do the back. So you can literally buy a few of these tiles and you can do a different napkin for each holiday, and then you're just switching out the tile for every holiday. I love it. I love it when you can buy one thing and use it for multiple different things. I'm just refreshing again. I cannot see that it's live in the group, but I'm live somewhere. So I'll have to get to your questions afterwards if you have them, because I can't see them on my phone. So what I wanted to do today is I actually want to do a fall one because we still have a little bit time. I guess we have a few more days, but I probably won't switch out my wreath until Christmas, till after Thanksgiving. And so I'm going to be using, and I'm sorry it's backwards, but when I'm on my phone it's backwards. I'm going to be using the Trust the Lord fall napkin that has the sweet little pumpkins, and this teal is like my favorite color, so that's why I picked this truck in this design. But that's the napkin I'm going to be using today. And again, these are available as of today. If you are on our email list, you would have got the email to the link, so you can buy this one even though it's part of the napkin club for October. It was released this morning with the rest of the October napkin club designs as well. And the napkin club for November is now open. And earlier today, actually 15 minutes ago, I did the napkins I just ordered the napkins for December. So I'm so excited. If you love roses, you're gonna love the December club. It's so beautiful, but because I don't want to give away too much. So I just cut out the one little design. So some other things I'm gonna be using, just a little piece of jute. You probably have this laying around. And then also I'm gonna be using some burlap ribbon and other things that I have, obviously scissors. I like to finish the sign with the sanding block because I just get a really nice edge, especially since I'm gonna be doing both sides at some point. Today I'm just gonna do the front, just for time. Obviously Mod Podge, I'm using a mat. And then I have my glue gun over here in case I need it. Might use a stapler, I'm not sure. So I'll get started with just gonna be doing the tile. I'm not gonna do anything to the frame. I'm gonna leave it natural. Also with these frames, oh hey Denise, I can't see comments. Hello, thank you for joining. Oh, okay, good. You guys, this technology stuff stresses me out like you have no idea. I've had people say I need to do more videos, and all of this stuff just scares the patootie out of me. So thank you for being kind and patient and sticking with me as I learn all of this new stuff. But so the frame we actually have in 3 different colors. We have white, which I have the smallest amount of. I have a ton of the natural, and then we also have it in black. So these are on the site. So I'm gonna be using natural so I can switch it out for every season. And so I'm just gonna get started. So with the napkins, if you have worked with our napkins before, you know that they're 3-ply. So we're just gonna use the top ply. And I always just tear a corner off that I'm not gonna be using so that I can separate it. I did see on a video, some lady just took water and went and got it right off. I don't know how she did it. It was like a ninja. I've never seen anything like it before. I did the tutorial for the November napkin club so I could get it on the website before the cake goes live. And I tried to do it on that tutorial. It did not work. So if you watch that tutorial, I'll post it as a blog post here in a couple weeks, but if you watch it, you might catch where I try to do it and it just doesn't work. So silly. Okay, I'm just gonna put the extra aside. So I got my 1-ply. Now you could paint this and then apply it, which I probably should have done, but for time's sake, I'm just gonna go with the natural wood. So I'll get a nice natural finish on everything. If I don't like it, I'll just do it again with the white. You know, that's kind of how crafting goes. You just You can play with it, and if it doesn't work, then we do something else. So the way that I have found when working with these squares is to just do a thin line down the middle, and I like to work from the middle out. So the first thing I'm going to want to do, as the fan makes my, I actually might do it this way. Because this has a border, I do want to make sure that I get the border centered. So I just flipped it upside down, and I'm just kind of centering the square to the square. Okay, and then now I'm gonna flip it over and work it out. Very gently, just light feathers. And then I'm gonna peel back one side and just work it out. So if you are joining me, I'd love to hear where you're joining me from. I know I have a lot of you are back east. We have a lot of Midwest. When I was looking at some of the posts where people are from, I saw a whole lot of Roll Tide. If you guys saw that post that has the 2 words to help us figure out where you're from. All right, I'm just working feather strokes here, and then I'm gonna rotate it and do the other side, and then I'll use some plastic to push it down. I had a hard time choosing which napkin I wanted to use for the fall ones. I really like the Give Thanks one, but I did use the Give Thanks on another project, so I was trying to mix it up for you guys, so you're not always seeing the same napkin. I don't know how many of you are all ready for trick-or-treaters. I still need to go get candy. I have just been waiting to the last minute. I keep looking at it at all the stores and then thinking maybe I can find it cheaper somewhere else. I'm gonna do the Costco run later today. So if you know any good candy deals, let me know, because we have not gotten anything yet. I feel like everything this year is just coming so quickly. I don't know what that's about. Like time is just moving so fast. Okay, so I'm gonna dig out some plastic from my drawer here. You can use a Ziploc bag, you can use some saran wrap. This is actually that thermal paper that you stick through the machine and it like laminates. It's actually laminate paper, but it's what I had in the drawer, and I just tried it during the when I did the tutorial, and it worked amazing, so I'm just gonna use it again. Okay, and I'm just smoothing this out, and I did see a couple spots where when I was putting the napkin on, I kind of jacked up the words a little bit, and so I was just able to kind of smooth those back out. Just push in the opposite direction, and you should be good. Carefully pull it off. Oops, I did get a bubble there, so we're just gonna, there we go. So if it bubbles on you, I just push it back down, and then what I do like about this was something I just grabbed during the middle of the last tutorial because I forgot to grab a Ziploc bag, which is usually what I use and I love. But this laminate, if you have it, it's a little bit thicker, and you can still see through it. But what I've noticed is instead of having to peel it off, which sometimes causes bubbles, what I did with this word, when it bubbled, I pushed it back down, and you can like slide it off. So I'm kind of liking this laminate paper. Sometimes the stuff that you just have is like the best stuff to use. I'm kind of just fly by the seat of my pants, so it works. Okay, so I am going to put this aside and let it dry. You are going to want to do a top coat on this, especially if you're using it outside. I will probably spray it. I have a spray that's like a sealant, so I will probably spray it just because it's easier. I hate cleaning paintbrushes. Do you hate cleaning paintbrushes too? Like, it's just like the part of crafting that's like my least favorite part of crafting is cleaning the freaking paintbrushes. I hate it. The paint's not so bad, the Mod Podge not so bad, but when you're talking about varnishes and stuff, not a fan. So I will spray that because I am going to put this on my front door. You are going to want some kind of sealant so that your paper doesn't, especially if you have any type of weather, you don't want your paper melting off there. So I'll spray it with probably a matte, and you can use gloss if you want, but I'm kind of going for a more natural feel. And so we'll let that sit, and I'm going to work on the frame now. So with my little jute tie, I'm just going to attach this frame to the wreath that I have. Again, if you joined us late, these are getting clearanced out right now on the Peach Plum for $16.50. You guys, it is a steal. This is a great outdoor wreath. It's heavy plastic. It's gonna last. I don't see that it's so vibrant. Even if it did sun fade a little bit, I don't even think it's gonna matter that much. So I'm just wrapping this around the wreath. Hopefully you can see. I'm just gonna tie it to the frame, and it's nice because of the beaded handle, the beads just kind of move out of your way, so you don't have to worry about them. All right, so this is just attaching the frame. It doesn't need to look pretty. It's in the back, and so right now it is going to be hiding a little bit in the back. Once I get it. Once I get it where I want it, I'll probably push it forward through, but I'm just attaching it there. And then the next thing, we can go ahead and work on the hanger thing. So I am not the best at making bows. So when I hung it the first time, I literally just did like a loop, and y'all, I just stapled the back. Like I stapled the back, and then I just hung it like this, and it was great. I'm gonna see how it looks with like a knot and then maybe a loop, so I'm gonna play with it. I don't know how much I need, so I'm just gonna leave it on there. But kind of what I was thinking was to do like a knot here, and then you could do another, oh gosh, you can't even see, sorry. To do like a knot here, and then maybe, yeah, and then I think I'll wrap around the top. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'll just need that much, so I'm just gonna cut it right now. All right, so basically I've just cut, I'll back up a little bit. Gosh, okay, so I've just cut, and we're gonna play with this, so don't freak out if this looks a little weird right now. So I'm gonna just tie a knot right here. Hopefully I have enough to tie one, we'll see. I think we're good. If not, we'll cut more and do it again. Oh yeah, I think I totally underestimated how much of it takes to cut a knot. Okay, so yeah, I cut it too short. Here we go. So I need more than this. My gosh. I should have practiced before, I tell you. I fly by the seat of my pants. All right, I'm gonna be generous and give myself like a lot more. All right, we'll use that for something else. Okay, again, coming through. I am putting it through the handle of my sign that I already attached in there so that I can kind of hide. And then again, we will play with the way that this all hangs and sits and everything once we get it done. Oh my gosh, a lot. Broke everywhere. Okay, so let's try this again. All right, now I should have enough to do a knot. At least when you're watching this, you can learn from my mistakes so that you don't have to waste all, you don't have to cut a whole bunch of jute that you're not gonna be able to use. Okay, I'm gonna flip it around so I can see what I'm doing here. Ooh, it's kind of like a tie knot. I like that. Okay, so I'm just pulling that how I want. And if you have little things that pop off, don't worry, they just stick right back on. And I kind of don't need as many up here where I'm putting this anyway, so just work gently with it. Okay. So I'm just maneuvering it so that I have, that looks so cute. I think I just made a tie knot and I don't even know how. Didn't even know I knew how to do that. Okay. So now to get it sealed, I am going to cut this back one. I wasn't sure which one was going to end up on the back, so I'm just going to cut it a little bit shorter so that I can bend the top over so that my seam is in the back. Now, I'm going to glue this today, and then I'm probably going to staple it too, just because I don't want it to have any issues. So I'll be kind of super generous with the glue here. Just blobbing it on there. All right, so I've got that down. And then I'm gonna add some staples as well. Why not? My husband's always like, more is better when things need to be sturdy. We get a little bit of wind outside here. So there, I just added 4 staples just in case. I just wanna make sure that it doesn't come undone. But that's gonna be my little hanger thing there. Now I do have a really tall door, so I did make this a little bit longer, but obviously, I'm sorry, I'm showing you the back. Obviously, you could adjust this based on the length that you want. And if I get it hung up there and it looks a little wonky, then I can always just do it again. Okay, so right now I'm just messing with the frame and the ribbon so that I can get it kind of popping the way that I want. I do want some of my beads to show, and so I've just kind of moved it to the front a little bit. All right, how are we looking? Ooh, we're looking good. Okay, so now I'm going to put that aside, and we can go ahead and finish off our napkin here. So I'm just gonna be using a sanding block and just taking it, and then if you do use the sanding block, you just wanna sand away from yourself. You don't wanna go back and forth, or it may lift up your napkin. So I'm just gonna work my way all the way around the edge. And then when I put this in, I'm not sure how much of the actual black and white is gonna, or black and gray is gonna show, because the frame does have a little bit of edge, but at least by using that as my guide, I know that my design is centered. We'll see. Okay, just working all the way around. Super easy. All right, so there we go, there's our sign. And to finish our wreath, we're just gonna pop this in the sign. So super easy. The sign just has little tabs that you bend, and the tile fits right in there. Knock a little bit down, and it looks like the black only just shows just a teeny tiny bit, but here's what the finished wreath looks like. So you can obviously center it, play with it a little bit to get it how you want it. But again, one wreath, and then you can switch out this tile with any napkin. So when it comes Christmas, I'll do a Christmas one, spring, Easter, all of the holidays, you can just easily switch it out. You have one wreath for your door, no hassle, not a bunch of wreaths. I don't know if you're like me, I have like a fall wreath, I have a Christmas wreath, I have nowhere to store all these wreaths. Might drive my husband crazy because I take up all of the storage racks in the garage with all of my holiday decor. So anytime I can take one thing and then just switch it out really easily, it's a lot easier to store a few of these signs than it is to try and store all these wreaths. So again, the sign is, if you want the sign holder, it's $10, and then it comes with a tile. The additional tiles are only $1 each. And the burlap and stuff you probably already have, and then the wreath go to the Peach Plum while she still has them available. They're only $16.50. So thanks again for joining me, and until next time, happy crafting!